Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we've got one of my favorite sections of the interview is called the lightning round. And I'll read one of my very favorite quotes and then ask you to respond, telling what it means to you. And this gives us a chance to see how you think and view the world. So the first one is from Thoreau. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined.
Yes, I think it's so important for us to be true to ourselves and the vision that we have of our future, of why we're here and what we're put on this earth to accomplish. And so I think it's important to go hard after that. What's in your heart? I think that's where that fulfillment will come from. If you pursue what's truly in your heart, I think it'll make your life so much more fulfilling.
What do you think? What prevents us from pursuing what's in our heart? Where do you think the obstacles are?
I think fear is a huge obstacle. Just worried about failing, or in some cases, worrying about success, and so that fear causes paralysis in action. And one of the things that I believe, and what's helped me to move forward, is to learn how to do it anyway.
Mhm.
Do it afraid. I learned that from Joyce Meyer, and just minister. And so, just whenever you are like, I don't know if I can,
Mhm.
you take that baby step anyway. And I learned that even if we fail, we're still moving forward and we
Sure.
can learn from that failure. And so that just even that growth around being afraid and being afraid specifically of failure and even experiencing failure, I realized that, you know what, I can always regroup. I can always get back up again when I make a mistake, when I fall short. I can always get back up again and keep moving. I can learn from that. And so that took away some of the power from the fear, because
Mhm.
it's like, sure, I might fall on my face, but guess what? I tried, and I can get back up and not make that mistake again.
Yeah.
I might make a different mistake, but I'm moving forward.
And we all do. I think it's discerning the difference between what's in your heart and what's in your head. And when you feel inspired and you say, hey, I want to do this thing, and you're really excited about it, and then you start hearing the buts. Yeah, I can't do it because I don't have enough time, or because I'm a man, or because I'm a woman, or because, whatever the reason is. And your ego talks you out of doing things. Culture, it's so many things that can weigh on you. I call it the forces of gravity that hold your life in place. And you're exactly right. The trick is just to step out and baby steps and then build on it. Okay, this one's from Dr. Wayne Dyer. Even if no one sees or acknowledges it, a silent blessing or thought of love towards others contains a vibration that will be felt throughout the cosmos.
I think that people can sense when others are genuine, when there's truly care there. I've worked with teenagers and young adults for many years now, and they are really good at telling if you are genuine or not. Are you really concerned about me? They can just, they can see the truth. And I believe that other people too, can tell. Do you really care about what's best for me? And I believe if we live a life where we really are here focusing on what we have to give and being a blessing, I think that people can pick up on that. And I think it also gives people an opportunity to kind of lower their guard. And when we show up as who we really are, and with us being honest with one another, I think that's a really great opportunity for us to connect in a way that is very powerful.
See, that's interesting too. So when you're living in your authentic self, and that's what you're presenting to the world, we just talked about it earlier, that
Mhm.
makes you happy.
Mhm.
If you're living that way, others take their guard down, and so that makes your job, your work, your relationships, everything gets easier, and it's a virtuous circle upwards. Then you do more of what's in your heart, and you're more and more authentic. You help more people, and it just grows from there. And the opposite is also the case. If you're not living in your spirit, in your heart, you can't really be happy and authentic, and that's going to create blocks from others because they're going to recognize that in yourself.
Yes.
Pretty
When we
good.
show up as ourselves, I think it gives other people permission to be themselves as well, to be real.
Some of these guys with quotes are pretty smart. From Friedrich Nietzsche, you must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star.
I think we have to have unrest. There has to be conflict. There has to be pain. When the pain of staying the same outweighs the pain of the change. That's the quote that my late pastor Jim Lillard shared with me. Sometimes that discomfort is what will make you take action. And sometimes comfort can be the enemy to growth and fulfillment. And so when we are just like, this is not what I'm doing is not working for me. I'm studying this organic chemistry course and I'm miserable. And so that was a catalyst for change for me. And I think that those discouragements and the unrest in others is a great opportunity for growth.
Yeah, we got to pay attention to that. When you're not excited and happy, something's wrong. We are actually supposed to be excited and happy. I think that's how humans are supposed to live. You made me think when you were answering that. This is directly from the Declaration of Independence for the United States. Quote, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. Right. So even if my life sucks, at least I'm used to it. And so we'll settle. And I think what you're saying here with Nietzsche is we have to pay attention to that and not settle.
No. We can live a so much richer life by not settling. I've even heard a quote about just, being average and letting that be an enemy. I think we were meant to be extraordinary.
Yes.
And so.
One of the worst things that ever happened to me in my life was in, I think, my senior year in high school. I got voted most typical boy. What?
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I didn't like it. Okay, this is from my past. I don't know the author. Other people's opinion of you is none of your business.
Right. We cannot focus on what other people think about us. We need to love ourselves and accept ourselves before we worry about what other people are thinking, because they don't know who we really are. And so I feel like once we, truly operate in our gifts and our calling and we show up as ourselves, again, I think that's a powerful thing, because I think there is a ripple effect from that. And so if we allow other people's thoughts to rule us, it can become a cage. And it could keep us from flying and soaring, and we were meant to soar.
Yeah, very good. Okay, this is the show favorite from Goethe. Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now.
That quote is all about action for me, and the importance of how we need to take action. And even when we have to take the baby steps, that's fine. I mean, even when I was first starting out in my career, I had this huge vision of what I'm doing now. And, I was just starting out. And so what I did was I would take a little bit from my paycheck, whether it was $20, $25 each month, and I would invest it into my business. At one point, it might have been, a set of business cards. It might have been looking at some certifications or professional development opportunities. So whatever I could do, I made progress towards my dream. And so that's what I tell people now. Do something every day towards your dream. And as you take those steps, it builds your confidence. Yeah. And it inspires you to do more and to be more. And before you know it, you've made progress and you're living that life that you've dreamt of.
Yeah.
Like that Thoreau quote.
Yeah.